What the fuck am I actually reading?
Looking at the Black Templars rules or something?
No, I don't think I'm going into that this week. I'm reading a horror, I think, game for the table. I got curious, looked up something for horror, and realized I, misinterpreted what the forum meant by horror.
Horror? So, scary games? How could you misinterpret that?
They meant horror as in bad, and reading this book, I can't argue with it, so I guess we're talking about this now.
I guess so? Hold on, let me crack open a cold one.
Yeah, fair enough. So, chapter 4 starts on page 48 and has 9 pages just explaining how the game is played. Time, tests, modifiers, drama points, and then gives suggestions for stories. And you know what it actually explains? Absolutely nothing. I still don't know what dice I need for this. Just that it uses dice. I know this game is a dice pool system, but I can't really find what dice you are supposed to use. It's probably written somewhere, but I can't find it. From my best guess is that it's a D10 system, but how do you roll dice? Well, there's 3 different ways. So, you roll multiple dice and you take a look at them. Let's assume you've got an ability score of 4, so you'd roll 4 dice. You either take the die that landed on the highest, you take any dice that landed on the same number and add them together, or you can take the 3 dice that didn't land on the same number and aren't the highest and add them together. And we ain't even done there. From what I understand, you'll then add the skill modifier you're rolling for, because the dice pool plus standard D20 system totally isn't confusing enough for anything. Then you can apparently add other skills into one skill you're rolling for some reason, if it works in this situation, which is just, I can understand it, but it's a bit convoluted. I'll give that. I want to point out that there's a full 16 subsections just talking about what you add and how you add and when you add. Page 58 is where it starts with character creation. Come up with an idea, choose a faction, figure out your characteristics, pick a name, and they lump all that into step 1. Okay, concept is step 1, I see. I hate it, but I see. Attributes are next. There's 6 attributes. Agility, intellect, perception, presence, strength, and tenacity. You take the number 35, pass them around here, at least 1 in everything, but a maximum of 10 in anything at all. So theoretically, I could have 1 in agility, 2 in intellect and presence, and 10 in perception, strength, and tenacity if I wanted. Apparently, you start with 3 skills for free. Language is at an expert level, whatever language the country you're from speaks, usually America. Literacy is at novice, and regional knowledge is at novice. I want to argue all of these, but I don't know when this game was made. You know how much of the population can't read now? A growing amount of people. It's over 10% in the US now. It was at 20% at its highest point in US history. So, here, this skills part actually explains a bit from before. You get 20 points to spread across the skills. How many skills do you have? I don't know, but you can spread them around. Novice is 2 points into it. Expert is 4 points. Those free ones that start with that amount. No skills can get higher than 5. So now we're looking at 15 fucking D10s, and I still don't know if it's actually a D10. Then there's feats. Apparently you automatically start with certain feats if certain attributes are high enough, which adds more dice. Then you can take feats that add more dice on top of that. God, I don't think this has a limit. Your wallet is going out the window if you play this, because you have to keep buying D10 dice, or maybe another dice, I don't know. Then there's secondary attributes. Actions is apparently the average of agility and perception. Add them together and divide by 2. I don't even know what this means. Is this how many things you can do in a round? Movement is the average of agility and strength. Orgon? What does that mean? My spell checker is flagging it. It's 5 plus the average of intellect and tenacity. Reflex is agility, intellect, and perception divided by 3. Vitality is 5 plus the average of strength and tenacity. And then you get 10 drama points. I forgot to go over those. Apparently, drama points let you add to your own dice pools, your friends' dice pools, or take away from the GM's dice pools. You can spend up to 10 points in a single roll. You only have 10 points. From my math, that's like 30 D10s you could be rolling in a single toss. Orc players are salivating right now.
You know, I kind of miss fighting orcs.
They sure as hell don't, but I was captured by them for a while and I enjoyed slaughtering them.
You fought orcs?
Yeah, last year's Christmas video, go check it out, but either way, I apparently missed some things about the concept step, despite the fact I named everything that was actually in the book. You choose one of 3 factions, and you choose one of 7, quote, professions, which I don't think are classes, but they might be. And you choose one of 2 races, which are human or alien monstrosity, whose only purpose is the destruction of humanity. I don't know what these things change. I'm not going back to try and figure them out. You then pick out your starting gear, which apparently is partially chosen by your profession in the 8 pages after this one I'm looking at now. Then you get cheats, which seem to be more like character advancements. You get 6 points and there's a short chart of what you can spend them on and how much they cost. Apparently these things are further explained 2 pages after this one, despite being right fucking here. What do you mean there's magic in this system you can get? Oh, now it starts explaining what actions are and the secondaries are. Qualities on top of attributes now? Why is this in the middle of the damn character creation explanation? Why does it interrupt itself halfway through to give a quick guide, only to go back into the detailed guide? That quick guide I was looking at was 2 pages. God have mercy on me. Review time. Fuck it, this is pissing me off almost as much as Teenagers from Outer Space did. So, I don't know what dice you need. If I decide to Google it while editing this video, I'll put it up here. You could need more than 30 dice of, which is just insane there. This game doesn't explain some things, interrupts itself, over-explains other things, and why is there a damn star sign table too? I'm not picking a character's birthday, so you can tell me how I should act. That's retarded. Apparently, what the two races actually do is way past when you're supposed to pick them, so this book has you flipping all over the place. It's filled with just long lengths of nothingness that tell you about how much a 5-year-old is telling you about their damn dream last night. I'm giving this game a 60%. There's probably something redeeming about it, but I can't find it. I see why it's widely agreed that this is one of the worst TTRPGs out there. Does this company even exist anymore? Of course it's Catalyst Game Labs. Why the fuck not?
David, I can see smoke coming out of your ears.
Go fuck yourself, Con, and shove off.